This is the 2016 Air New Zealand Wine Awards, and we have just over 1,400 entries to judge this year over 2.5 days. Across the main varieties, we have Sauvignon Blanc, Pinot Noir, Chardonnay are the three biggest classes, and they have to be judged over several panels. But already we're over halfway through. Sauvignon Blanc yesterday, Riesling, Gewürztraminer, and Rosé. Today we're doing Pinot Noir from both 2015 and 2014 vintages, and seeing some excellent wines coming through, particularly from the older 2014 vintage. Syrah wines this afternoon, and some sparklings, which are both normally very well awarded classes.
We bring international judges over to help us judge, and what that does is it not only gets us the best in New Zealand, but also bringing in those international ideas as well. And I think it's definitely been part of what's helped us to increase our exports to $1.6 billion now. So the UK was always our largest market, and Australia overtook it about a few years ago. But the US has now overtaken Australia. So the US is our largest market now, and certainly we're seeing very strong growth there, particularly in Sauvignon Blanc. But we need to extend that into Pinot Noir and also across a number of producers. China and Asia is now about $100 million of exports, and we've also in mainland Europe also reaching similar amounts, and Canada is also over $100 million. So we've got quite a broad portfolio of markets.
Winemaking in New Zealand is technically very, very competent and very advanced, and I think it reflects in the wines that we've seen here. The average quality of New Zealand Sauvignon and Pinot, and everything else, Riesling too, is really up there. And when you look at the world, these wines really are at the cutting edge, I think, in terms of consistency.
New Zealand wines show a kind of freshness and brightness that makes them stand out and puts them into an interesting area between European wines and other very warm, ripe New World wines, and really creates a kind of niche that New Zealand fills that really nowhere else in the world does.